Yes, sir. Be on mine. I need to talk about these damages to my car. Yes, sir. Let me show you the video. If you come outside and talk like an adult, then maybe we can figure it out. I'm trying to have a simple conversation. We can take it somewhere else if you want. Look, I'm going to show you the video of your son. He knocked over this whip and hit our car. I remember, but I know that my son told me that your boy jumped him on his way home. Our son is. Yeah, because I saw the way you are walking up on me. We've already had this before. We don't have beef. Yeah, have a conversation with you, sir. Your son? I'm showing you the video. Our son is 13. He doesn't even go to Lewis. I saw it. Can you come look at our car? The neighbor does across the street. Come over and see. Not really. Get out of my property. Seriously, get off my property. Well, I see. Because you ain't coming over here talking nicely. You're accusing my son. I'm showing you the video. We're showing you the video. You ain't showing me the video of you scratching your car. Get off my plane. That's my line. That's my line. Get off my plane. Baby, get off the line. Oh, that's my grapevine. Okay, thank you. You owe me a plant to buy. I owe you shit. Fuck you. I bet you won't put your motherfucking ass. Can you please stop, sir? All we want to do is just talk to you civil. That's the problem. You and your kids want to play fucking victim. Your son came up. Y'all are so violent. Your son came over here. Your son came over here with a fucking whip. Bring his ass over here. Please. You have a gun. Come over here on my side of you. You have a gun. Fuck you. Bring your motherfucking ass outside without the gun in, bitch. I've already come out before. Come on, let's do it. Do it. No, baby, get out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I guess he came to the house with the switch, or was it a whip? Wanted to play. And got cussed out so bad that he just turned and walked away. Let's talk about this, good people, on the mic. Hello, hello, good people. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker, coming back at you live once again from the Lone Star State with another edition of the Media Mike Speaks. All right, good people, it is 56 minutes past the hour, and yes, we are the voice of the everyday citizen. All right, good people. A lot of my subscribers have been getting on me about the story, and a lot of them haven't seen it. Some have said, look, would you mind doing a take on this? I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. As you saw in the video, that debacle. So I'm going to give you the backstory. Okay, as you saw here, the little boy, Caucasian young man, came to the house with a switch, a switch, whip. I don't know where you get a whip from. I don't know if they got a farm, a ranch. I don't know. You purchased that for what? You're herding cattle? Anyway, so he came to the home. Let me tell you why. Let me give you the backstory here. Let me tell you why. The young man claimed he was jumped. He was jumped by the young lady he came to the house for. The 9-year-old daughter who was in the home. He claimed she beat him up. Her and some other African American kids walking home from school. Okay, now I'm not going to say that didn't happen, that the young lady didn't lay hands on him, but it's only after he laid hands on her. So, anyway, make a long story short, the young Caucasian young man was walking home from school. Well, and this had been brewing. I guess there been some issues going on here with the neighbors. It's just been ongoing. Anyway, the young man claimed that walking home from school, I guess he was taught, well, the other neighbors, some other people, African Americans in the community, said that he was talking noise to them. So he hit one of them with a skateboard. So he got jumped, I guess. and he wound up hitting the young lady too. Well, she was like, "Look, I'm out of it. Don't hit me." And he's like, I'm just swinging on everybody." So he got jumped. But he claimed that the young lady, the 9-year old daughter who was in the home, he came to see with the whip. He's claiming her older brother, who was 13, jumped on him too, which he was nowhere around because he goes to junior high. So you're talking elementary and junior high. He's, I think, gets out 2 hours later or something, maybe or earlier. So anyway, he was nowhere around. But you know how it is when you have a certain group of individuals who say we all look alike. There's certain people look alike. They all look like to me. So I guess he went home, told his father, and the father told him to get the whip. The whip that you, I guess, herd cattle with. What are you doing with a whip? So anyway, the one you take to the rodeo, I guess. So to go over there and talk. What was he going to do? Go do what? You can tell he's a typical 9-year old. And look, to be honest with you, it seems to me he was well mannered. Just to be fair, good people, it seems to me he was well mannered because he left. Once she got in, you saw how, did you see how he stood there? Like a child, chastised. And he turned and walked away. So it leads me to believe it's the parents. The parents are behind this. As you saw with the father, he discharged a firearm. Look, couldn't even handle it. It lets you know, man, it's not in you. Why do you even have a firearm in your home? It's not even in you. It's not in you. It's not there. Because if you knew what you were doing, that's not the way you would handle the firearm. Not trying to incite violence, just the fact that you didn't even know what you were doing. Looks like you almost shot your own daughter. Because the Caucasian man came out and they did words exchange because the young Caucasian 9-year-old did do some damage allegedly to their car walking back. I guess he got a little bit in him, but the father just, I don't know. This is and the father's been arrested. The Caucasian father, he's been arrested for discharge of firearm, child endangerment. Now, good people, I'm going to give you my thoughts on all this. Look here, let's talk. You see, not much has changed. It appears that white flight will again take place because I do believe they're leaving. And, from my understanding, they're moving, which I knew that was going to happen. Now, it seems that some people just don't want to accept the world is changing. And it will not go back to the way some people believe it should be. You see, here comes politics, meaning immigrants moving into the country, more neighborhoods are becoming more diverse. And the way that Caucasian young man, that his dad and his father and mom or mother saw things are not the same as today. Don't even mention technology and social media, as you saw here. Now, that young man knew he was wrong. You can tell, as I stated earlier, the way he reacted when the woman came to the door and told him to leave. He just walked away. You see, underneath it all, he's still a child, acting, thinking in every way, only to be turned to dislike or hate by someone like his parents. You see, this type of stuff is learned. And if it is learned, good people, it can be unlearned. So I hope people get the compensation, the family gets the compensation that they claim here. And hopefully we can not have things like this happen in our neighborhoods. So, because we deserve better. And our children deserve a future without this racist rhetoric of the past who still creeps up today like a gangrene that festers and never heals. Until next time, this is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.
I'll understand you soon, it won't be long.
Keep on, keep running.